Thank you for watching this video. I would like to sharing the corporate service provider responsibility. This is about the strengthen anti-money laundering counter financial task force controls for corporate service providers. Singapore is an international financial center and global trading hub. Business entities, particular companies, play a pivotal role in supporting commercial and entrepreneurial activities in Singapore. The corporate service providers are a key touchpoint in facilitating the creation of business entities in Singapore. The particular where foreign customers are involved, hence they are inherently exposed to higher money laundering, terrorism finance, and financing money laundering, terrorism finance risks. The CSPs, corporate service providers, face the greater risks when they provide service involving the use of their address, the nominee arrangement, the facilitating the creation of corporate bank accounts, the particular for foreign customers. Tata has key findings and best practice from inspection and reviews conduct in 2021 and 2022. As CSPs play a critical gatekeeper role against money laundering, terrorism finance, CSPs are expected to study and incorporate 11 best practice in a manner proportional to the risk profile of their business activities and customers. The key area of anti-money laundering, counter financial task force, the control weakness, CSP's role is conduct of risk assessment, internal policies, procedures, and controls, the customer due diligence, the suspicious transaction reports. In attitude conduct of risk assessment, the risk assessment enables CSPs to identify and assess their money laundering task force risk exposure and to take relevant measures to mitigate such risks. CSPs are required to take appropriate steps to identify and assess their exposure to money laundering, terrorism finance risks, and to take relevant steps to mitigate the risks identified. The document and keep their risk assessment up to date. The key finding weakness observed no conduct of risk assessment, inadequate conduct of risk assessment due to failure to consider all relevant risk factors, inadequate differential to the levels of money laundering, terrorism finance, risk exposure arising from the different risk factors identified, failure to conduct enhanced due diligence check, measure to mitigate identified risks posed by higher risk customer and or transaction. The failure to identify customers from jurisdictions in the Financial Action Task Force, the latest red and gray list to subject them to enhanced due diligence check measures. The bank's practice when assessing money laundering, terrorism finance risks posed by customer or transaction, the following factors are also considered: whether the customer are new, returning, the jurisdiction risks including consider whether the customer is local, foreign, based in Singapore, and a foreign customer is involved. The country the customer is from base, whether they are appear to be a genuine economic purpose behind the transactions, updated the risk assessment period to ensure that it's up to date. For example, updating the CSP's risk for high risk jurisdiction whenever is alert to an update to the Financial Action Task Force black and gray list may be obtained through a subscription to MNS website. Inadequate internal policies and procedures and control. An adequate IPPC provides a framework which documents how CSPs discharge their responsibility in relation to prevent money laundering risks, terrorism finance, and provides direction for such prevention. CSPs are required to establish and maintain detailed, up-to-date, and risk-sensitive IPPC. Minimally, this should be in line with anti-money laundering, counter-financial task force guideline for registered foreign agents. CSPs should regularly review and update their IPPC to ensure that it remains relevant to tackle the key risks concerned and is in line with preview anti-money laundering, counter-financial task force, counter financial task force obligation. The key weakness observed, IPPC not formally documented and or not comprehensive. Measures set out in the IPPC are not consistent or planned. IPPC has not been updated since it was first established. The base practice IPPC refresh period provide additional guidance with the IPPC. For example, elaborate on what consistent high-risk customer transaction as tailored to the CSP's risk profile and the sector's key risk concerns and establish the measure to deal with such customer transaction. Measure to check when dealing with a customer featuring red flags and or who is unwilling or unable to provide requisite silent due diligence checks information. Establish the rationale for and provide guidance when enhanced due diligence check and suspicious transaction risk filing is warned. More robust conduct of client due diligence check required. CDD enables CSP to identify and verify its customer and their beneficial owners and establish the purpose and intent nature of business relationship transactions. CSPs are required to conduct client due diligence check for all designated transactions when they have reason to suspect that there is money laundering, terrorism finance, or when they doubt to adequacy of previously obtained documents information. All content due diligence check should be proper document. Okay.